I think the girls with their nails done now.
Capture the objectives.
Enemy contact.
Girls with their
Enemy taking Alpha.
Target down!
I think the girls with their nails done.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new Gunsmith Analysis, and today I will be covering the ASM10 Assault Rifle, which is the best gun to use in Season 13 of COD Mobile. Before I start going over the builds and attachments, here are a couple of things you need to know about the ASM. First, it's a common misconception that the ASM has a lot of recoil, especially the horizontal recoil. Thus attachments like muzzle brake helps a lot. However, from what I have tested, the ASM has a pretty simple recoil pattern, where initially it tends towards up and right, but then goes up and left like the LK24 recoil pattern. Thus, the recoil isn't anything crazy to control and the pattern is quite simple. We can use attachments like muzzle brake or strike stock, but they don't seem to make a huge impact and will depend on individual preference as it is not a necessity. I personally don't use any recoil control attachments as of now. Lastly, ASM is one of the slowest assault rifles in terms of mobility, and the base ADS speed is 19 frames, which is just 1 frame faster than Man of War. Try to make it faster for most situations we might face, and only go for a slow mobility, high range build if you are gonna play it like a 3-shot LMG. ASM benefits the most with a build focused towards ADS speed and bullet spread accuracy. With that being said, here are some of my recommended classes for the ASM10. First is the one I recently showed in the gameplay video, which is the Suppress class, and I started by applying the no stock as it reduces the ADS speed by 3 frames, which is huge as the ASM is a slow weapon. The added recoil and flinch is also quite manageable. To further enhance the ADS speed, I apply the tactical laser, which reduces the ADS speed by 2 frames. Next, for sound suppression, we have 3 options. The light suppressor, which I don't recommend since it reduces the 3-shot range. The monolithic suppressor, which is what I see being mainly used to improve the 3-shot range, which only improves it by 3 meters from 18 meters to 21 meters, which isn't a huge increase considering we have slower ADS speed, bad bullet spread accuracy, and slower strafing speed as well. Thus, this doesn't allow for a balanced build, and if you want to use it, just use it exclusively for a range build, which I'll show further in the video. The tactical suppressor is the best as it increases the ADS speed by 1 frame for offering sound suppression. Thus, we go with this one. For improving the aim shake, I apply the granulated grip, and for the final attachment, you can either opt for the tactical grip for improving the bullet spread further, or the strike foregrip for some recoil control too. And I see the operator grip being used as well, but it will slow us down further, which wouldn't be worth it. I use the tactical grip, but you can use the strike grip as well. And that finishes our class setup. One secret you should know is that if you want to use extended mag, always opt for the 45 round extended mag, since it reduces the ADS speed by 1 frame, which is amazing. In our Suppress class setup, if you want, you can go for the 45 mag as the 5th attachment for faster ADS if needed. And this brings us to the next build, which is our aggressive setup. Start with no stock, tactical laser, and 45 mag, and here I'd use the flash guard instead of granulated grip to enhance the hip fire, and bullet spread for 1 frame increased ADS speed, which you can get back by applying the light barrel. Otherwise, you can go with granulated as the 5th attachment as well. Otherwise, for an alternate aggressive ASM loadout, start with no stock, tactical laser, and light barrel for boosting the ADS speed, and then the tactical grip and granulated grip for enhancing the bullet spread. For people who want some horizontal recoil stability, start with the strike stock as it helps stabilize the horizontal recoil, and then the tactical laser, light barrel, and granulated grip to enhance the mobility and bullet spread further. For the last attachment, either the 45 mag can be used for the faster ADS speed, or the tactical grip or the strike foregrip, depending on what you want. For a build with muzzle brake, I'll recommend the previous setup I used. No stock, tactical laser, muzzle brake, granulated grip, and for the 5th attachment, up to you. I use the light barrel, but you can opt for the 45 mag or the strike grip / tactical grip. I use this build for aggressive rushing while still having the capability to take range fights, and it served me well. For a stable build, you can try out the strike stock, muzzle brake, tactical laser, granulated grip, and I would use the 45 mag. It works well for passive objective players who play range mainly, and the extra bullets helps clear out 3 to 4 people trying to cap B in one mag, for example. Speaking of range builds, I usually don't recommend the monolithic suppressor or the marksman barrel, but I see it being used a lot by professional players, mainly for extending the 3-shot range. And with these two attachments, our 3-shot range goes from 18 meters to 28 meters, which is huge. That's what she said. For the remaining attachments, no stock, tactical laser, and I would go for the granulated grip, but you can opt for something like strike foregrip for some recoil control, or even the operator foregrip since this is a range build and good recoil helps. The build is already too slow and 1 frame slower ADS speed isn't going to make a huge difference. I do not recommend this build for most players, but I can understand why it is used more in the pro scene since they follow callouts and hardscope a lot. Thus, faster time to kill at range helps them out more, and the bullet spread is alright that we can hit the 49 meter small target in the training room in 6 shots on average, which is quite good. Nonetheless, this is a very niche build and I do not recommend it, but it does work and can be used if needed. However, do consider using the Man of War 2 since it performs better at playing range and can be built as a DMR rifle hybrid. For another range build, we have one recommended by Mr. Roy from the research team, and he uses flash guard, light barrel, tactical laser, and granulated grip. Has good close to mid-range performance and is quite balanced. Another one of Mr. Roy's recommended builds is no stock, tactical laser, 45 mag, flash guard, and granulated grip. It is an aggressive build with lots of bullets in the mag and also has good bullet spread for taking range fights. Another recommended build is from Oasin, one of my Discord friends, and he uses no stock, tactical laser, flash guard, granulated grip, and he uses the tactical foregrip, but he does mention the strike foregrip can also be used. This build is known to some as the legendary ASM build or the Oasin ASM, and it's a laser. It focuses heavily on bullet spread and it can easily spray people till the 38 meter 4-shot range that ASM has. Very stable build, and this build can also be used for Battle Royale, although I personally would prefer having more ammo, thus the 45 mag, and the strike stock for the flinch stability. Next, I use the tactical suppressor so my gunshots aren't loud as thunder, and finally granulated grip and tactical laser to finish the setup. ASM for Battle Royale, I earlier did not recommend it much since it isn't stable for taking range fights, but if you want to use it, you definitely can. And I have mentioned lots of ASM Gunsmith setups till now, so pick what you like and use it for Battle Royale. Overall, ASM10 right now is the best gun to use for multiplayer in Season 13, and I have suggested some balance changes to help even out the playing field and balance out the ASM. Right now, as it stands, the ASM is just too easy to get the 3-shot kills, and the attachment options we get allows us to make builds for aggressive, suppressed, range, passive, or whatever your playstyle is. Thus, right now there is no need to use any other gun since the ASM can do it all. Why it needs to be balanced out. I have made an in-depth post on it and I will link it in the pinned comment. Thank you so much for listening to me blabber on the ASM10, and if you liked what you saw, do leave a like and help the video become popular by sharing it to your friends and in your social media. And do subscribe and press the bell icon to get such videos in your notifications so you don't miss out on them. And also comment which ASM build you like and what is your personal go-to build for the ASM. And I will see you on my next video featuring the Peacekeeper rifle. Take care guys, and until next time, bye.